drink in the pungent corpse. Since you awoke on the ship, your mind has been cold and empty, but something stirs. With your hands closed, you know nothing of why, but you find a half smile flittering across your face. With a shake of your head, you can hear your own blood throbbing in your ears. There is something unknown and unspeakable deep within your heart.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about. I remember the ship. I remember falling. Then nothing. First things first. We need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads. We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me. It would have been all too easy for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't. I'll remember that. Lead the way.
More of those wretched things. Better stay back. One strike could be lethal.
Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others? I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry. I saw you on the ship, strutting about whilst I was trapped in that pod. What did you and those tentacled freaks do to me? I'm not an idiot. I saw... Ah!
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets. You try to hold the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things. Somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies. A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. You know, I was ready to go this alone. But maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a use... All right. I accept.
As he joins your side, your mind dances with thoughts of a perfect, pretty corpse.
Keep your distance, darling. What a day.
Can't afford to stay idle.
What to do?
There, a mind flayer. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if it...
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't... Compassion. Compassion. You can't move, can't think. Thinking is mercifully done for you. It will be a joy to serve, to die for it. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
Dead goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
I hear shouting up ahead.
We should check it out, but be careful.
No one's stopped me yet.
What's going on with that room?
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone? Ow! Perhaps I should have clarified? A helping hand? Anyone? That's it! Go on! Keep pulling! Ah! Oh. Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. At magic. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking. You were on the Nautiloid as well. I don't know what transpired exactly, but the ship broke into pieces and I suddenly found myself in freefall. As I was plummeting to certain death, I spied a glimmer quite near where I estimated my body to impact with less than savory propulsion. Recognizing this glimmer to be magical in nature, I reached out to it with a weaving of words and found myself on the other side, as it were. How about you? How did you survive the fall? Fair enough. But even so, I have the unfortunate suspicion your survival is still very much in jeopardy. Back on the ship, you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region, were you not? No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. And it looks like we're both starved for answers. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together? Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most ill-mannered a man, thank you for pulling me out of that stone. It was an act of foresighted kindness, I assure you. For I have the feeling ample opportunities will present themselves for me to
No rest for the wicked, I see.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
That helped.
Zoru was right. Yellow as a toad, twice as ugly.
The thing's dangerous. Leave it for the goblins to kill.
Your skull pounds in response to the prisoner's white-hot stare. Her lips don't move, yet you hear her voice.
Get rid of them. Holy house. Under elf.
Lay tight, Nymissa.
Demaze.
Come, Nymissa. Now.
Enough gawking. Get me down. Never.
What's next, I wonder?
Observe, listen. You'll hear goblins before you see them.
Tread carefully.
Enough dawdling. Get me down.
All's well that ends.
The tadpole hasn't yet scrambled all your senses. Auspicious. But the longer we wait, the more it consumes. My people possess the cure for this infection. I must find a creche. You will join me.
Careful. She obviously sees your kindness as weakness. Don't let her take advantage.
You are full up. Dismiss your weakest warrior. Very well, but heed my words. The Horned Ones mentioned a camp. One there, this Zorru, has seen Githyanki. A creche must be near. I must interrogate this Zorru. Our very lives depend on it. I will be at your camp. Do not keep me waiting.
And these things have stayed interesting.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone!
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship. You're all hot air. Think you can get us to leave that bounty? What do you lot want?
Creator, destroyer. Let's go. Maybe I should. Time for a cull. Step by step.
talk to me. Got to press on.
Have to keep going. There's blood in the air.
The witching hour. On my way.
Need to act fast.
Let's have some courage.
There's no time to waste.
Go to hell. Ha! You're a good sport. Go to hell. An everyday expression. So trivial it's almost meaningless. But we've seen hell. It's real. And it isn't trivial. Devils, dragons, mind flayers. They used to be abstracts. Pictures on a piece of paper. What a difference a day makes. Now we have tadpoles slithering through our heads like carnivorous feti. That's not abstract. That's the spirit. Let's be up with the lark. Find a healer before the wee one gets hungry.
All right, what now?
What were you two talking about? You and Gale. I see. I'd be careful with Gale. So am I. If we're to survive, we need to trust each other. You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that. Good. We might even get lucky and find one right away. As I see it, we're overdue some good fortune. Rest well.
Do you mind? I'm brooding.
A monster forms inside us, yet you waste... chatter already. I expect I am your first. I suppose I am as alien to you as you are to me. I know of your kind, but I do not often encounter them. That large, fleshy nose of yours looks like a mistake. Decadent, then. Lacking in economy. Like so much of this world and its undisciplined people. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Yes, in great detail. It starts with a fever and memory loss. Then you start to hallucinate. Your hair falls out, and you bleed from every orifice. Your bones will change form. Your jaw will split to allow room for 4 great tentacles. All skin will turn to gore, and be shed to reveal new flesh underneath. Then you have ceased to exist, and a mind flayer is born. Words forged in steel. May your actions express the same metal. We must find my kind and be rid of the parasite. It's as simple as that. The first symptoms should have long since started, though. That is what puzzles me. Yes, if you give it no further thought. But anomalies lead to surprises. Bad surprises. Besides, what hasn't happened may yet come to pass. Ceramorphosis takes all of you. Mind, body, soul. An ordinary tadpole would eat at your... But our tadpoles are far from ordinary. I wonder if another factor's in play. Many a good warrior savors the scent of blood in the air. There's no shame in a capricious murder now and again. Too many, though, and you waste energy and dull your weapon. My suggestion, attack with purpose and savor your kills. And if the urge proves too much, well, I'm sure we can find you a goblin or two to carve up.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
I am enjoying the latest addition to our little group. Lae'zel is delightful. In a very look at me twice and I'll dismember you kind of way, of course. Oh, what's to tell? I'm a magistrate back in the city. It's all rather tedious.
Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes. There's no story. None that you're entitled to hear, anyway. Just forget you ever saw it. I understand why you ask, but memory loss is not as uncommon as you'd think. There may be other causes. We haven't gone all that far yet. What are you referring to exactly? Must I? Thinking about it won't help. We know what to do, so let's do it. Find a way to rid ourselves of these things. I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind. I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course. Perhaps. Perhaps not. If we do survive, we'll have separate lives to return to. I need to get to Baldur's Gate. There's someone waiting for me there. Someone I have to reach. As soon as possible. Let's just say it's a very personal, very private acquaintance. I must admit, you've been a surprise. And not an unpleasant one. Kindred spirits are few and far between for me. Besides, you saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. How can I do anything but sing your praises? Must we? No harm in a little mystery, don't you think? Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well.
Keep a blade close.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there? Oh, I told him it wasn't safe out there. Get inside and I'll rustle up some bandages.
In the hell? You're dead!
This feels good. Maybe I need more pockets. The air's stale. It's been centuries since any prayers disturbed it.
Who are those prayers for? Normally the patron god is obvious. Not here.
Ancient, indecipherable text covers the plaque.
A dead tongue? Whoever worshipped here must be long gone.
What now? No hesitation.
Let's go. We'll do it my way. That nearly ended.
Take you.
No gloom, all doom.
Who the hell's... You're dead!
Let's turn someone inside out.
To the shadows.
Let's end this.
Wish I had a bag of holding. Give up now.
Open the bloody gate! Nobody gets in! Zevlor's orders! That pack of goblins will be on us any second!
What's going on?
Goblins are on our tail! Open the gate, Zevlor, now!
You let goblins here? Where is the druid?
Please! There's no time!
The nine hells! Open the gate! Damnable roach! Provoke the blade! And suffer its sting.
Breathe deep and move.
Dance macabre.
the high ground! Raiders! Sons of bastards! For the absolute!
With ease.
Have to keep going.
By sickle and sword, strike them down!
Picked the wrong fight, friend.
Outmaneuver them. Now they see me.
Bleed every last one of you!
Of course. Shouldn't have made me your enemy.
That was the last of them. Inside! All of you! More may follow! Open the gate! Damn vermin.
Still breathing, despite everything.
There are children here, you fool!
We was running for our lives.
You led them straight to us, and you let them take the druid too? Unbelievable!
Pull your claws in, Under-Elf.
Show some respect. This man saved your pathetic life.
Well, I didn't ask for any goddamn help.
Please, you were begging me to open the gate. Anything to save yourself, you coward!
The human's eye twitches. He's about to blow.
That, I suppose. The goblins have found us. No doubt the beasts will be back. We need to pack up and leave. Immediately!
For once.
Seems his skull isn't as thick as I thought.
Charmed, I'm sure.
I wonder what the next move is.
I've got a long road ahead.
Howson, why would you go anywhere with that fool?
I care about our lives.
Refugees, adventurers, and even a drow. No one in years, and suddenly we're overwhelmed. Well met. And thank you for beating back those Is there anything you need? Act fast if you do. The ritual will be complete before too long.
Nothing hurts anymore.
can't just leave. They're kin.
I'll not gamble our lives, our futures, on people who are as good as dead. We must leave for Baldur.
Can we all just take a moment, please?
What's the point in blazing spells if we don't bloody use them? We should stay. These people aren't fighters. We can help.
Or yell louder. That's fine too.
Just like I was saying, I don't want all these lives on my conscience. We need to stay.
Zerg. Fine. We'll stay. If we survive, it'll make for a good story, I suppose.
Thank you, Roland.
I'd die if I met Leroica reeking of this place. I'll never get the smell out of my clothes. I'll have to burn them.
Make me proud.
You! Saw you fighting those slimy bastards. Fancy a bowl? Best to fill your belly now, while we still can. Look, it ain't much, but it might make all the difference. The only way we'll make it to Baldur's Gate is to run, and run hard. If a gnoll catches your scent, you'll need every bit of strength. Trust me.
Go right ahead.
No, sir. My dagger.
Thanks for fighting off those goblins. My selection's pretty slim. I had to leave most of my equipment in Elturel.
Depends. How many people are dumb enough to ask?
True.
I swear that ox's gaze is following me.
Make me proud.
Come on. Just once.
Oh, I don't have any money or anything to sell. My partner does that. What? I'm the guard. So don't steal anything. I'm watching you.
Oh, hey. You're one of those drow, right?
I heard stories about you. How you all live underground and steal kids away. Oh. Okay. Hey. Would you like to see something fun? Go on. Take this ring. It's lucky. Call it. Heads or tails? Hey, hold on, you gotta pay for that. Fine, keep it. Call it a sample, yeah? But you gotta at least look at the other rings, okay? I gotta eat. Really? I mean, good. That's what I got. You bought...
You suddenly feel something moving against your back and turn. You notice she's trembling. The tears streaming down her cheeks are indeed real.
I can't do this anymore, Mattis. I'm sorry.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
My faith will guide me.
Please, let us through.
Let my daughter go right now! She's a thief, Hellspawn. And you will wait for Korga's judgment. Now get back! Oh! Let me through, Ragrasham, or I'll rip your damn throat out! Come, Magrin, give him a chance. You, step back. We'll not tolerate drow in here. It's forbidden to outsiders. Korga's orders. No, and you'll find trouble all the same unless...
A moment, Giona.
What? Why would she allow one of them? I suppose so. But a word of warning. One wrong move and every single animal here will tear you apart.
Eyes to save me. A drow! Here!
Forgive my surprise. It's rare to find your kind above ground. Rare and intriguing on a day already packed with intrigue. You were at the gates just now, no? When the goblins came? You saw them up close? A few questions, if you please. There's no overstating my interest. Glory. Now then, how would you describe that particular batch of goblins? Size?
You search your mind, successfully recalling various details of goblin behavior.
Ye gods! Can it be? How terribly compelling. And the dragon they had marching in the rear, was it of the brass or silver variety? Witness mistook. Obvious silver. Last question, then you'll be quite free. Did the attackers rally to the absolute when they fell upon the gates? They did, didn't they? Oh, curious. Oh, curious indeed. I've interrogated one. A captive in this very camp. She reports they've abandoned their god. The scandal! Never you mind. I'm on my way to their camp as we speak. I always knew my studies in Gukliak would come...
Oh, never you mind. Who needs mercy when you've a quick tongue, And an invisibility potion.
Until...
I'm sorry. sorry.
This is madness, Kagha. She's just a...
A what, Wrath? A thief? A poison? A threat? I will imprison the devil. And I will cast out every stranger.
A death viper. You've milked their poison before. A single drop of it could kill that child in a heartbeat.
She's a parasite. She eats our food, drinks our water, then steals our most holy idol in thanks. Wrath, lock her up. She remains here until the rite is complete. And keep still, devil. Tila is restless.
Come, Kagha. We took back the idol. Surely...
Do it.
The snake's hiss of approval reveals its intentions. Should the child struggle, it is poised to strike.
The death of a child. A timeless tragedy that never grows old. Her life matters more than satiating your dark fantasies. You focus, and they're gone. But clearly this child's life is in danger.
A gathered herd of the devils would indeed be disruptive. It is as you say. Sifisif, Tila, to me! Out, thief. My grace has its limits.
It hurts.
Thank you, Kagha. Master Halsin...
Halsin isn't here. Keep his name off your tongue, lest Tila pierce it.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. It's just an old wound that hurts me from time to time. Nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing to do with the tadpoles, at least, in case your imagination is in danger of getting away from you. It's just something I have to live with. Quite a lot, if I'm being honest. But it always passes quickly, so I can manage. Positive. You can trust me on that.
That woman has more venom in her heart than a snake in its fangs. But at least the child is safe. What is youth if not a time to be forgiven for one's transgressions? Ha! And you don't? You're wholly without vice or sin, or the occasional lapse in judgment? No. You don't strike me as quite that boring.
A deep elf. In our grove, on this day. A sign. Or rather, a gift. Who better to understand a watchful broodmother than a beloved child of Loth? And yet you petitioned on the thief's behalf. A curious display of mercy. A viper bears her fangs defending her brood. Is it not her nature to strike at him? I took back the idol of Sylvanus. And the rite is resumed. We will seal the grove. Free from harm. Free of intruders. The Rite of Thorns. It is the Tree Father's gift that none come to harm. When we speak the final prayer, the great vine will sprout forth. The grove will be cloaked in bramble and thorn. No one enters, no one leaves. None of this can happen while Outlanders infect us. Sylvanas demands that we choke them out. I am First Druid now. I protect the Circle, whatever the... You showed great mettle at the gate. I want you to provide your services to the Tiefling leader. Zevlor, he's called. Offer to guide the Outlanders out of the grove. They're to be gone before final prayer. The Viper must strike. Then they soon know the sting of my venom. Get out.
I didn't realize you were frightened of wolves, Shadowheart.
Everyone's frightened of something. My fear's hardly irrational when you see the fangs on those things. I suppose you've noticed I'm not terribly fond of wolves. They're ravenous predators with fangs like daggers. It's hardly an... You've been decent to me so far. Maybe if you can, don't make me face any more of them. At least, not alone. Really? Some might think it makes me a liability. Maybe that's what I like about you. You're different.
I see you. Just give me a moment.
This medicatrix.
There. It's up to her now. Life or death. Now, what? Drow. Last time I saw one of you folk, he tried to slit me open. I hope you're more agreeable. That's neither here nor there. Look, you obviously want something. What is it? I do what I can. For most folk, come here. Let's have a look. You seem healthy enough. A bit tired round the eyes, maybe. A tadpole. A mind flayer tadpole. That's a serious condition. Come, follow me. I might be able to help. We need to be quick. This way.
The bird's eyes are glassy. Its breathing weak. Your chest tightens. Your fingertips shake.
Don't worry about him on the table. I'm not in the habit of killing drow. He attacked Master Halsin and I in the woods. Tadpole crawled out of his head soon after. Seems so. Gave Master Halsin a right start. It's why he joined the adventurers on their expedition. To find out what was happening. A pity you got me instead of him. He understands these things. You don't have to be here.
Please, don't mind me. I'll just watch.
All right. Let's see what we can do.
She shifts uneasily, hesitates.
It might. But first things first. Tell me about your symptoms. Have you noticed anything? I'm telling you everything you need to know. But I want to help you. But I can't unless you work with me. Victims can identify each other. How'd you pick up the parasite? Halsin was desperate to find where all this was happening. A mind flayer ship? Look, you've been straight with me, so I'll be straight with you. You're dangerous, but you seem like a good soul. You deserve a chance to save yourself. This is a vial of wyvern poison. Swear to me, you'll swallow it if you feel any symptoms. I hope it doesn't come to that, but thank you. Here. You know, I've spent my life treating folk and never once saw a mind flayer infection. Master Halsin and I were tracking them, studying them, trying to figure out what the hells was going on. Because you should all be changing. There should be a small army of mind flayers out there. But you're not. Weird powers aside, you seem perfectly normal. Mind flayers reproduce by infecting someone with their parasite. 7 gruesome days. The thing in your skull, though? It's It's one of their worms for sure. But this one gives you powers. Telepathic connections. Not yet, anyhow. Could be. But there's a lot we don't know. Infected, folks like you, have been converging on an old temple of Selûne. And when Master Halsin heard the adventurers were heading that way, he saw a chance to get answers. Joined on whatever he found there. He didn't make it back. I think so. I hope so. I've sent birds to find him, but they can't get close without goblins trying to shoot them down. You, though, if you can find Halsin and get him out of there, we can discover what he learned. And perhaps he can save your... Thank you. It would mean everything. I wish I could tell you more. But only those adventurers know what happened out there. All I can say for sure is they all went to the old temple. Good luck out there. And if things start to go bad, remember the... Step at a time, Nettie. Come on.
Wyvern poison. Never tried it, and I hope to keep it that way.
Careful, I bite. Oh, for a skeleton key.
Never a dull moment.
That mural, they look like Dark Justiciars.
Pardon me, I must prepare to travel. Good day, my friend.
My grizzled friend. What can you tell me about this place?
Defendenos ad eminentibus al equilibrio tuo.
Very, very quiet.
Let's get going.
A crime's being investigated in this area. You appear to be the prime suspect. You may have talked your way out of this.
How delicious.
Still alive, so that's progress.
Shh!
concentrating. Does this look good? Is the coin in the middle? Yes. Yes, you're right. That's it.
Sue!
Yes. Yes. This is...
I thought you were Halcyon.
The boar prances around, haunches clenching and unclenching impatiently.
Where's Halcyon? He promised me a mate.
Would that we could speak freely, my Ursine friend. Alas, I've never learned to converse with your kind.
I'm sleeping. Okay.
Get out!
The squirrel lunges at your foot and bites it.
You're trespassing. This is my territory. How about this? You can stay if you keep those ugly feet on the ground. I'll even sweeten the pot. Found some weird smelling stuff on the ground. These trees are mine. Follow the rules and I won't have to intervene. Got it?
They will know who bit them. I won't give in. Very well. What do I have to lose? Pawn to cleric 4.
On the move. You have good timing. Never been much of a fighter, so wrestling a bugbear would have gone poorly. But you're not here for heroics, are you? Avernus's stench is all over your skin. Let me guess. Your devil mistress sent you to get her soul coin back. Too bad. I earned it, fair and square. You almost seem honest. Care to explain why you reek of the hells? Considering what I've seen? But if you're not here for the coin, I'd rather enjoy the quiet. There's not much of it anywhere else.
Well, that's quite... And I thought I was doomed. Now I feel so... Here. Take this. It's worth a fortune.
Watch your back.
Looking ahead. Have a lot on my mind. And, well, in it.
How do you drow do that? Find pleasure in killing? I got a goblin myself yesterday. Well, that should have killed her, but she kept gasping. Clawing at the arrow. I'm sorry, I just... The goblins. The killing. It scares me. I want to help. What's next?
Yes, I see. And is that her with two R's or one?
You ever scare me like that again, and...
Mom!
Our little Hellion told us what happened. Thank you. Don't know what we'd do without her. The Nine Hells will sooner freeze over.
Stealing the idol? What were you thinking?
I was trying to help.
You nearly died.
Hey, you here to trade or... Yeah, I know. I was standing right here telling her to rob you. I am sorry. Sorry we're still talking about this. Look, you caught her. Good for you. Now, do me a favor. Make room for the...
Can't keep the goblins out forever. This is...
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
No, you are incapable. I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this. Move. Move along. I mean, move.
The waiting's getting to me. If we left, we could at least make a run for it.
Someone there? Don't touch me.
I heard what happened. Thank you for protecting the child. If the druids are this far gone, then... So we can risk violence here, or face it for certain on the road. It's good of you to offer, but we'd need an army of our own to escort us safely to Baldur's Gate. And while I don't doubt your abilities, you're no army. There may be a way, though. Goblins are ill-disciplined. It's unlike them to organize, so somebody must be leading them, bringing discipline to their ranks. Take out that... It's no small thing to ask, but I've seen you fight. You're equal to the task. Everyone in this camp depends on it. Thank you. We'll be ready to leave as soon as you give word. Just Zevlor, Tilly. We're civilians now, remember?
With respect, sir, being a Hellrider is for life. They can't take...
They can, and did. Avernus changed. Best we can.
Yes.
David isn't the talk of the camp. Thank goodness you came along when you... Oh.
You're twitching something fierce, love. And your eyes. You look like you don't know the meaning of the word sleep.
Auntie Ethel will sort you out. I've lotions and potions galore. Oh, nothing as fancy as that. But I come from a long line of women with a dab hand at such things. Aha! You take a sup of that and you'll feel right as rain, sweetie. Oh, 'tis just a healing potion. You just look like you might need it. I'm sorry to go on about it. But are you all right? You're looking awful peaky.
Then let old Auntie Ethel have a look at you. First things first. Tell me what's at you. Oh, Petal, that's how it starts, you know. Thinking is only a step away from doing. Were you hurt recently? An accident of some sorts? That could have... You poor pet! My heart goes out to you. But I confess that doesn't explain all your symptoms. Some of the things you told me, why, I've never heard of a parasite doing that. This is serious.
I've ne'er a potion or lotion here that could do it, but... Yes, I may have something at home. I've collected some interest. You'll have to stop by my house, just at the edge of the forest. Let me mark it on your map. I'll be heading back soon, so I can meet you. Now, do you need anything? I have a few odds and ends for sale. Nay, bother. Be careful on the road. I'd hate if some...
I miss my forge.
You have a manner of irresistible desperation about you. I like it.
You're not versed in magic, are you? No matter to worry the unlettered over. If you meet any elder wizards, let me know. There is a matter of... What's on your mind? Let's see. I hail from Waterdeep, City of Splendors. I am a wizard of considerable acclaim and scholar of exceptional account. I have a cat, a library, and a weakness for a good glass of wine. And if the mood takes me, I'm known to try my hand at poetry. There. Didn't that paint enough of a picture? Memory loss isn't usually a symptom of ceremorphosis. If it is, they've forgotten to write it down in any text I've read on the subject. Then again, our case isn't exactly usual. Perhaps whatever's causing our tadpoles to remain in stasis, if ceremorphosis takes place, all trace of your former self will be subsumed into the Mind Flayer's hive. So, to still be here, if a mite forgetful, still a win in my book. We all have those from time. I once wished a most impure demise on a colleague of mine who bought the last remaining copy of Etheril's Enchiridion of Enchanting Easements. As regards to your own morbid little fantasies, I'm sure they're nothing to worry about. So long as they remain fantasies. I question the wisdom of that decision, but, sir, I'll be here in the...
Be wary of false promises. The missing druid, Halsin, was it? He may be talented, but only a Githyanki Zathis can cleanse an embedded tadpole. It is done. Action, not reaction.
By Mordai's eyes. Another one. My friend's blood not enough. Come to rip me open too.
In Kresh Kalir, a formal greeting begins with a bow.
Is this monster with you?
Lower. You saw another Gith. Where?
On the road to Baldur's Gate, near the mountain pass. Saw us before we saw it. Jammed its blade through Yul's belly. Straight to the other side.
No twisting. Kin must have been in a hurry. The map. Show me. Up. You can keep your innards.
Oh, you're not going to eviscerate him? I was hoping for a show.
Cool your blood. I'll indulge.
Let's move.
The locals prove compliant. A useful trait.
I warned you, didn't I? You ought to reconsider keeping her around before she causes real trouble.
A shell so thin requires little to crack it. The T-sling was clear. If there are Githyanki west of here, that must be our objective. Purification cannot wait. I am unfamiliar with the... well, I shall not say culture. Custom, perhaps. You will educate me on matters of this... Fey run. The Kresh holds the Zaithisk. It will cleanse us of the parasite. By covenant, I can say no more.
You ain't gonna shoot me. Your hands are shaking.
Put it down. She can't fight back.
That's the...
She didn't kill your brother, Arca.
Your mind wanders. If the crossbow bolt shot through her mouth, would she taste the metal before she died?
Shoot before you lose your nerve, Tiefling. If you ever had it to begin with. Looks like the Absolute sent me a protector.
You move! You're right. I wish you weren't. I really do. Damn you. Damn it! Why do you care if a goblin lives or dies?
Your soft heart will be the death of us.
You'd better be right.
It's all right, Arca. Let's go.
You're gonna be sorry. Didn't expect to see a drow in here. Did the boss lady send you to rescue me? Yeah. Take me back to the tribe, and we'll tell the boss all about this pretty little place, so she can burn it to the ground. We'll be heroes, blessed by Priestess Gut, in the name of the Absolute. You won't regret it, promise.
What now?
You thieves are all boring. Even your cages are boring.
I've got a long road ahead.
Ready to go meet my tribe? Just say the word. Happily. Lead the way.
shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Speak. Entirely. Each creche contains a Zaith'isk purification. The library was a gift from Vlaakith herself, that we may gain total understanding. Countless scholars roam the astral sea and beyond, observing the ways of our lessers, exploring planes so distant, order turns to... The planes are ever quaking, and their peoples ever shifting. Yet we still collect more. Infinities upon... Are you sure that's the... Confirmed.
How can I help? We're...
I'm gonna bite the heads off your kids, and your birdies, and...
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventure. Why don't we take a little break, hmm? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something. We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we? Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate the way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent it, the way you got Kagha to release... In short, I've grown to trust you. The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul, except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly. No. It cannot be cured. And I assure you, I've left no page unturned in reaching... I can keep this condition under control, as indeed I've done for a significant amount of time, but that was under different circumstances altogether. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside. I can say no more on the matter. Not now. Just trust me when I... It's been days since I last consumed an artifact. Since before we were abducted. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it? You have my thanks. And fear not. Your implicit trust is well placed and will be rewarded with... I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We have such an item already in our possession. I hope I can count.
I met your friend. Ready to go? Happily.
No time to dally.
All right, what now?
Something the matter? What can I say? They were eye-catching. Consider me an art lover.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I wonder when the goblins will come.
You say that like you're looking forward to it.
Your rescue attempt has been noticed. Choose your next move carefully. You are persuasive enough. You and the goblin are free to go.
This is ridiculous.
Buy the heads off your kids and your birdies.
Best get going.
Speak. In each, the library was a gift from yet we still collect more. Are you sure that confirmed?
Go ahead. We're...
Let me out, you bunch of softies!
Tiring. Why don't we take a little break? We've been ever since the way you. In short, the reason you see, I have this. What it comes down to is this: it's been dead. That is why I turn to you. I'm sure, as do I hope I can count.
I met your friend. Happily.
Here goes nothing.
Trust no one. Simple. That's curious. Glowing eyes are so rarely a good sign.
Did some bleeding arts show up to save the...
Glowing eyes are so rarely a good sign. Best tread carefully.
Shut it! Boss would rip you for talking that way.
He's boring.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Could wake him Did up, some bleeding arts show up to save the druid?
What are you doing? It's me, Sazza!
You and them other idiots mucked up the old raid.
I ain't a failure. I'll be an hero when I tell the boss about this place. And you'll be maggot food.
I'll be telling the boss myself.
Think you can take me on?
What am I to do?
Yes, here.
Need to stay focused. Have to keep going.
A rough tempest I will raise.
Concentrate. Ready.
His breaths are shallow, his wounds.
Better than nothing. Can't give up now.
Thought I was never gonna get out of there. Good to be free again, gotta say. Never break a promise, unless there's something in it. I'll introduce you to my whole tribe and put in a good word.
All's well that ends. Not as bad as it could have.
Don't touch me.
What to do?
It's quite a sight. The stars, I mean. I could take or leave your chin. I've been thinking, reflecting on what tomorrow might bring. When we find the druid, will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over? Why not? You've been to the Hells and back, survived the crash, survived everything that's followed. I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for. A delicious thought, but the right moment. I'm sorry. I need to... I'll see you later, I'm sure. Sleep tight.
A fine evening, don't you think? The moonlight shines warmly on us. The breeze caresses our faces. Hideous. All of it. Would that I were doing battle up there, among the tears. Look above. Watch the moon cross the sky. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through the sea of night. One of them is my crash. Clear. Do you think me so sheltered? My entire clutch battled beholders deep within the eye of... We infiltrated a Neogi spelljammer. The tears spanned Toral's sky, Venisk. There is more to this realm than this grass. But enough of this. You are wasting your resting time.
What's on your mind?
Think of it as... tribute. As long as I pay, there will be peace.
I can assure you, the battlefield would extend well beyond the borders of my body alone.
The leader of the pack comes... What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward. The sooner we find the Druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this thing in my head. The same. These parasites are proving suspiciously benign. But suppose I turn. What would you do? Wise. Though, I hope you'd miss me after I'm gone. But you're right. If we're to make it through all this... It's a beautiful night. I think I'll stay up to enjoy it while I still can. Something the matter? Finally, some good fortune. The sooner we find the Druid house in, the better. I can't wait to get rid of this. Head to Baldur's Gate. Someone's waiting for me. Let a girl have some secrets. Was there anything else? The same. But suppose I turn. What would you... Really? Anyway, get some...
You know, reflect. Will he know how to bring the worm under control? Will this little adventure of ours be over? Good. You're quite the ally, after all. Traversing Avernus, surviving... I'm not easily impressed by people, but you're stronger than I gave you credit for. Aren't you just? Oh, I was leagues away. I just need to get some air. I'll see you later, I'm sure.
The moonlight, hideous. Would that I were doing battle up there. Look above. The tears follow behind it. Rocky bodies tumbling through your curious. Githyanki are hatched in creches all throughout realm space. It's there I first saw a Kithrak mount a red dragon. Where I slit my cousins' throats at... But enough of this. You are...
So, do you have loves waiting for you once this is all over?
You know what? That is not the easiest of questions for me to answer.
You mean just waiting? Like a lovesick puppy? Short-term amusements are much less hassle.
All is ash and meat.
Away! Away! You're all the same. Too many of my kind died because of your spears, but not me!
You know what I really miss about Baldur's Gate? The food. Freshest fish I've ever had. Something the matter? What can I say? They were eye-catching. Consider me an...
I am enjoying our walks together. Aren't you, Gale?
Sure. In silence.
Thought you was busy with the foul bloods and else.
Sucker punching strangers. That's your bit, right? Wasn't any of your business, though. Didn't think this contract could go any worse. Then you showed up. The kind that leaves half your crew dead. There's a wizard in Baldur's Gate that'll pay gobloads for a relic. But gold ain't any use if you're too cold to spend it. It's called the Night Song. Suppose I'd give you a map of the temple and wish you a happy funeral. But my mate Brian kept hold of it like his own sodger. All I've got's the contract. Can show you where we turn back, if you feel like dying. Don't thank... Come on. We're wasting time.
Still breathing, despite everything.
The parasite is stubborn. It refuses both to leave or to allow itself to be used as you desire.
Goblins. I can smell trouble ahead.
Get over there! Surround them like! You spotted us. Good. It's like they say. Wait. A drow. In the sun. Stand down! This one's got a touch of the absolute about... Apologies, your lordship. Hard making you out from a distance. Please, your greatness. Was an honest mistake, is all. You'll get no more trouble from us.
Slim pickings out in this wilderness.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead.
Who cares about some pig? It's dead. Let's go. The pig's dead, my friend. Come on. We'll never fix these brainworms if we stop and gawk at every piece of carrion you find.
The boar seems to be fresh. Only a few...
And? Is it dead enough for you?
Keep moving, stranger. Quiet. I told you to go.
You see a name etched into the leather.
You know my name? Interesting. A predator wouldn't care to learn it. Still, you should go. My friend is injured. He needs rest. Of course he will. And then we'll return home. We were attacked. Cackling, furry things on 2 legs. And their smell, it was strange, rotten.
You know the creatures he describes. Gnolls.
No, I won't leave him. If it comes to that, I may. Thank you.
You're a true soul. You can't die. Please, stay with us.
I don't think...
You, not a step closer.
A strange symbol glows, marked on their flesh, and something within you stirs in response.
I'm so sorry. It's our brother, True Soul Edwin. He's injured, and
Something stirs deep within you, hungry and alert. The injured man locks eyes with you. The parasite writhes in your head. Your minds intertwine.
Protect. Mind the truth.
He's with the Absolute now.
A true soul. Thank the Absolute. Edwin, our brother.
Do you have orders for us? We were reporting to Edwin. I don't know any druids.
We were looking for fugitives. Survivors from that ship that crashed farther, but instead of them, Edwin found an oil. We managed to drag him away, but the beast... I told Edwin not to look in that cave. It was filthy with oil bear tracks. You!
Over here.
Survival is all that matters.
Can't afford to let up.
So the tadpole allows us to
Don't get too excited. Influence comes at a cost. And until we know what that cost...
You have the ability to manipulate people, make them bend to your every whim, and you'd be cautious about it. My point exactly.
Strange power resonant. Most corpses feel like toys, but this body seems different. Why let its host's memories go to waste? The tadpole has absorbed it all. Its experience could nourish you, strengthen you.